Welcome,
Rigster,
Big MC, and the Bagel Boy himself.
What is it that we are meant to actually do?
The right thing is not always the easy thing.
There is a starting over. There is a forgiveness you can receive.
You came up with a certain point here.
It's a whole nother topic.
I knew that I believed in God. I didn't know what God to believe in.
Welcome to the World Gone Mad.
And a very happy unbirthday to all the Mad Hatters from WGM Studios, deep in the midst of chaos. It is the Next Generation podcast for the next generation. Welcome back to the World Gone Mad, the least listened to podcast on the internet. I am your crazy-eyed fat host, the Baker Boy himself, here with Rigster. Glad you're with us. Glad you've joined us. It's been another mad week in my week, Rigster. I'm telling you what, I missed you guys last week. I really did. I wanted to be behind the microphone. I wanted to be talking to the Mad Hatters. And by golly, I had computer problems once again.
Oh, yeah. I'm
telling you, every time I Facebook this on Twitter and all that, and my brother will say, well, you need a Mac. The problem is you got a PC. So be it. All right, I got a PC problem.
There you go.
I don't have the fundage to go out and just get new computers and peripherals. Excuse me, a Mac. I don't want to insult all the Maxsters out there, but yeah, Mad Hatters, it was another computer problem, and God bless me, I can't get around this thing. I've taken it to our IT guy who's on the board of directors, and he sat there for an hour. He sat there for a good hour just thumbing through and checking things on and checking them off and shutting everything. We restarted the thing probably a good 20 times. No joking. No exaggeration. I know sometimes I can exaggerate. Not when we talk about Brad's mom. Not those times.
No.
But times that I can exaggerate. This is not one of those times, okay? Not one of those times. Also, I find myself in a coffee house. You've visited coffee houses before, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So we're in this coffee house, and generally people will get phone calls wherever they are.
Right.
It doesn't matter if I'm getting a haircut, if I am eating a meal at a restaurant, dining with my lovely wife, or at a coffee house studying for the next podcast.
Because it's supposed to be kind of quiet there and
relaxing,
isn't it?
A little
bit, yeah. Okay.
Just a little bit.
Right.
I can handle the music background, and people every once in a while, they're going to be talking and doing their thing and having meetings. This old guy seemed to have his cell phone. He just wanted everyone in that coffee shop to A, know he had a cell phone, and B, know that he was an extremely important old guy, because the thing rang a good 5-6 times, and every time he would just look at it. Oh, no, I'm not going to answer that. I'm just going to let that go to voicemail.
Ring and ring, yeah.
Ring and ring and ring.
Can't you put it on silence? Can't you do something with that? But he didn't even take that initiative.
No, didn't bother to do that. Don't know why he didn't bother to do that.
Yeah.
It just really annoyed me. You know what I'm saying?
I can tell. I really can.
Speaking of cell phones, I leave the coffee house. I get into my car, and I turn on the car, and I start going down the road. I hear this commercial come on the air. Everyone deserves cell phones.
Deserves?
Really?
Wow.
Everyone deserves cell phones. So it doesn't matter if you can't pay your bills, if you have good credit, bad credit, poor credit, slow credit, no credit, if you don't have a job. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You deserve a cell phone.
Right.
So this commercial goes on and says, bring in your WIC coupons, all your government pay stubs or your pay stubs or whatever.
Food stamps?
I don't.
Things
Food
like that?
stamps.
Oh,
yes,
goodness.
Thank you. Food. And I'm not trying to criticize the people who need those to get by.
Right.
I am criticizing those people who don't need those to get by, but rather rely on the government and everyone around them to pay for them. They would rather sit on their duff and let everyone else pay for them and their Cheetos while they sit and watch the newest episode of Oprah than to go out and get a job and make an honest contribution to society.
Why is that? Because They deserve it.
They deserve it.
Yeah.
They deserve it, Rigster.
yeah. Oh,
And
boy.
now they deserve cell phones. So now us, the working blue-collar, no-good class, is going to be paying for those people who, quote-unquote, deserve cell phones.
Right.
Isn't that great?
Well, won't the
It's
white
great.
collars pay
It's-
for that also?
Yes, because they
White
do.
collar,
They pay
blue collar?
taxes.
Sure
Yeah.
they do. You
Yeah.
better believe that.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
and I think the Madcasters are kind of smiling right now, Baker
Oh,
Boy.
you
You know
think
why?
so? Why is that?
Well, just what you're talking about. They're realizing, those guys on the World Gone Mad, wow, they have issues just like us.
They do.
Life
They're
isn't
human.
easy for them either. Things happen to them that they've got to deal with it. And I'm sorry you're going through that. I really am. But it is good for you Madcasters to know, yes, we have a life also, and it's not always a bunch of cherries. Sometimes it's the pits.